Alright, what's up, boxing fans? Yeah, a terrific fight comes on August the 2nd, like next Saturday, when undefeated Sergey Kovalev, the Crusher, will defend his WBO light heavyweight title against also undefeated Blake Il Capo Caparello from Australia. Well, I must say that light heavyweight division is not my favorite. I like those heavyweight divisions from 135 through 160 pounds. And light heavyweight division is a historically weak division. Only sometimes good boxers show up here and enliven it. And usually these guys are former middleweights who for some reason do not want to or cannot have difficulties to stay in a middleweight division, and they jump up into light heavyweight division. At the present time we have three major players in this division. It's Hopkins, Kovalev and Stevenson. All three are former terrific, successful middleweights, and now they made this light heavyweight division strong and attractive as never before. So, Blake Il Capo Caparello, he's from Australia. He has 19 fights, 0 losses, and 6 of them by KO. He's a left-hander, undefeated, as I said. He has a decent technique, good stamina and some power. Yeah. Well, can he be successful while facing Kovalev in the ring? Well, I'd say it is a very tall order for him. Somehow he must avoid those dangerous punches and deliver a few of his own, right? He should avoid those deadly power exchanges with Kovalev. If Kovalev is in the attack, he needs to use his feet and make as many lateral movements as possible, going left and right, or even back if nothing else is left. He can start counter-attacking at the moment when Kovalev already uploaded a few punches and is in the last phase of his attack. So I must say that Caparello has a slight reach and height advantage, so he can put to good use this advantage as well. So he need to use it smartly, and by initiating his attack with jabs and find the right distance to keep Kovalev there. He needs to try to work with body punches to slow down Kovalev and see what happens. Can he actually win? Well, I'm not sure on that, but if he manages to bring a few kangaroos from Australia in the ring, then he can win for sure. Yeah, kangaroos. What else from Australia? Now, Kovalev. What Kovalev needs to do? Well, regardless of if Caparello brings kangaroos or not, if Kovalev does what he usually does, by being super aggressive, unloading his punches with both hands, he can finish this fight within 3 to maximum, I would say maybe 5 rounds. Yeah. But being him, I would play with Caparello longer. Usually boxers do in a fight all that what they are comfortable with, and they do not want to risk doing new stuff, new things with which they are not so adept. But being Kovalev, I would try to not to try to hit Caparello hard. I would play easily, you know, like in a sparring, and I would try everything in what I'm not good, I'm not so good, yeah? And I would consolidate all the tricks against the lefty, you know, improvising, doing stuff which I usually don't do, moving left and right, cutting off my opponent's corners, attacking him from all angles possible, including turning even into a stance as a lefty myself. And I would hit liver as many times as possible, yeah, because the lefty, he stands with his right side forward, so it's very easy to reach his liver. Yep. And I guess that Kovalev can do that very successfully. If necessary, I would even play possum and I would go for a knockout, I would say no earlier than in around 8 or maybe 9. And if I would knock him out, I would pretend as if it happens accidentally. Why? Because his arch nemesis, Stevenson, is a lefty. And if fighting CAPARELLO, Kovalev has a unique opportunity, yeah, unique opportunity to have a good dress rehearsal for that fight with Stevenson, which I hope will come soon. Yeah. Besides, fighting Logan with less power, Kovalev will appear as less of a threat to Stevenson, and it will be easier for Kovalev to hook up Stevenson for a fight. I have no doubt that Kovalev will beat CAPARELLO by knockout. You know, I would say that it is strange, but while it is obvious that Stevenson tries to avoid Kovalev, Hopkins, in his turn, is actually calling Kovalev out, saying that Kovalev will be his easiest opponent ever. Can you imagine that? Well, I think Hopkins just is bluffing, you know. I think he's not that stupid. Kovalev, I hope he understands that Kovalev is not Beibut Shemenov, and Hopkins, you know, he has that style, you know, run, hit, and grab, hit, and run, which is, you know, makes him to avoid those punches, but it's not so spectacular. Personally, I don't like that style. And that style was perfect to confuse and beat Shumenov, but it will not be good enough to beat Kovalev. So, I have no doubt that Kovalev will eventually beat Stevenson and Hopkins and send probably Hopkins into retirement. And he will eventually unify this division. Anyway, let's see what happens first on August the 2nd between Kovalev and CAPARELLO, and please leave your comment, your thoughts down below, and see what happens on August the 2nd. Cheers!